Texan Global School. Combined operations. In this class, we will analyze processes to perform combined operations. In the following order, it is suggested to perform the combined operations from left to right. First, grouping symbols such as parentheses, brackets, or braces. Then, exponents and radicals. Later, multiplications and divisions. And finally, additions and subtractions. This process is also called PEMDAS, which stands for parenthesis, exponents, multiplications, divisions, additions, and subtractions. Let's look at the first example. We will perform the following operation. As we can see, we have parentheses. So, we need to remove those grouping symbols first. We will perform the subtraction of 5 minus 3, resulting in a positive 2. Multiplied by the minus, results negative 2. As a result, we eliminate the grouping symbols. Since there are no powers or roots, we perform multiplications and divisions. We will start from the left all the way to the right. So, negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. Now, performing the product, we have that 3 times 4 is 12. Finally, we perform additions and subtractions. It is also suggested from left to right. We have that 8 minus 2 is 6. Hence, 6 plus 12 is 18. And finally, 18 minus 2 is 16. In the following example, we will start by removing grouping symbols. From left to right, the first grouping symbol only encloses the whole number negative 4, so we will leave it momentarily. So we will move on to the next grouping symbol. We will perform the operation inside the parentheses. So, 7 minus 2 is 5. By the negative sign, results in negative 5. Following the process, we will perform exponents. We have that 2 cubed is 8. Now, we are going to perform multiplications and divisions from left to right. We have that 8 divided by negative 4 is negative 2. Let us remember that positive divided by negative is negative due to the rule of signs seen in previous classes. Now, we can multiply negative 2 by 2, thus obtaining negative 4. Next, we multiply negative 2 by 6, which results negative 12. As we can see, grouping symbols, powers, products, and quotients have been removed. We finish with additions and subtractions. Simplifying, results in negative 21. In the next example, we have no grouping symbols and no exponents. Hence, we will start multiplying fractions. Remember that the process implies multiplying directly, numerator with numerator, and denominator with denominator. As we can see, we have factors that can be simplified. 7 divided by 7 is 1. So, we cancel that factor. Now, we will obtain the prime factors of 4 and 8. In this way, we simplify identical factors. 2 divided by 2 is 1 and, again, 2 divided by 2 is 1. It is important to simplify whenever possible, to avoid complicating the solution process. Finally, we perform the addition of fractions. A half plus a half results in 1. In this other example, we also have no grouping symbols and no exponents or roots to simplify. Therefore, we will perform the division of fractions. In previous classes, we saw that we must obtain the multiplicative inverse of the divisor, then perform the product directly. We do this by inverting the numerator 9 by the denominator 7. Now, we multiply directly 3 by 7 and 8 by 9. Before completing the product, we will simplify. We then obtain the prime factors. In this way, 3 divided by 3 is 1, so it is simplified. Then, we multiply the remaining factors, obtaining a fraction of negative 7 over 24. Finally, we perform the difference of fractions. The least common multiple is 24. Then, 24 divided by 12 is 2, times the numerator 5. And 24 divided by 24 is 1, times the numerator 7. Hence, results 3 over 24. This fraction can be simplified. Obtaining the prime factors and cancelling identical factors, thus obtaining 1/8. In this expression, we start with the grouping symbols. We will then make the difference of fractions inside the parentheses. The least common multiple of 4 and 6 is 12. Subsequently, 12 divided by 4 is 3, and is multiplied by the numerator, 7. We repeat the process. 12 divided by 6 is 2, and is multiplied by the other numerator, 7. We then obtain 7 over 12. Now, we perform the multiplication of fractions. Numerator by numerator, 4 times 7. And denominator by denominator, 7 times 12. Once again, before performing the product, we can simplify. We obtain the prime factors and cancel the identical. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And 7 divided by 7 is also 1. Simplifying, we get a sum of fractions. The least common multiple of 4 and 3 is 12. Hence, 12 divided by 4 is 3, times the numerator, 3. Then 12 divided by 3 is 4, times the other numerator, 1. We perform the operations and obtain a final fraction of 13/12. In this last example, we begin to remove the grouping symbols on the left, performing the operation. Subsequently, we eliminate the parentheses on the right by performing the operation. As we can see, we still need to do the products to completely remove the parentheses. So, performing the multiplication of fractions from left to right, we will multiply numerator with numerator, and denominator with denominator. In this way, we obtain only additions and subtractions. Finally, we perform the sum and difference of fractions, thus obtaining negative 28 over 36. This fraction can be simplified, resulting negative 7 over 9. Texan Global School. Global online learning. Knowledge for the world. www.texanglobalschool.com